That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll run on first down. It's Scott, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 30 on second down, Tannehill. Touchdown, Titans! 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. 21-0 our score after 1. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Slide for the PAT.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now.
And he's going to go down. Back in his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Lawrence down around his goal line. Oh, and this is going to wind up with safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line.
And they'll run with ETN.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Robinson.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Robinson again.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
James Robinson.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for the Titans. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw, Tannehill. Flushed out right.
That's caught by McMahon.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Titans are able to add on to their first-half lead.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Now Lawrence.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Young. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Second and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Lawrence going to throw again.
Throw left side complete. That's Young.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Down. 15 line it. 15 line. Hard. Hard. Check 13. Check 13. 5.
On first and 10, it's ETN.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Check. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. Get that quarterback at all costs. Mike, 51.
Throwing on 2nd and 3.
Lawrence. He finds his man. Complete. It's Young. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Mike, 50. Hey, Delta.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Monty Rice. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. But we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
58 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Tannehill. He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a 12 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
They'll try the left side. Scott. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
You. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
They snap it to Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked.
And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Young.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you have a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And that is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Wings on the ball.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. That's Young. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. I got 51 the mic, boys, 51. I'm coming after you now.
Here's Lawrence.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
What's tight? Tight end's right. What's tight? Tight end's right. 3 down, 3 down. Hey,
Now Lawrence.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Look at me. Door, door.
They go play action now. Lawrence. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, Zoo. Get it.
It's a throw again is Lawrence. That's Gallup on the slant.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On 1st down, Scott. Room to run past midfield. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. With Bell's second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Titans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bud Dupree picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover.
Another try after the first down sack.
Lawrence. That's complete. It's Damian Willis.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Elijah Moore. And the Titans are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian.
And got his man complete. Past the 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Sly on for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now it's the backup Mariota. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Ready?
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And Shark calls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw.
That one complete. He finds Shark. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
On play action, Lawrence.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Tannehill going to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking downfield for Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 15.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Off the play fake, Lawrence. And a big one loss here as he's taken down. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
31's the mic. Man, I got you.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete.
And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Rock it. Hey, let's go.
Another try after the first down sack.
Lawrence.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And it's good, but it's also of little consequences. This game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Titans, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.